Tonight's headlines: Palace dares Carpio to sue Duterte. Marines occupy 9 stations within the West Philippine Sea. DOH urges quarantine for Caloocan resort guests. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,108,826. NCR to get over 500,000 of AstraZeneca jabs. Rains to persist in Southern Luzon. PSEi rebounds ahead of GDP data release. And Peso retreats against the US dollar. Good evening. Today is Monday, May 10, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang on Monday dared retired Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio to file a legal case against President Rodrigo Duterte if he believes that the president's remarks regarding the West Philippine Sea violates the Constitution. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said Carpio's accusation that Duterte's dangerous statement undermining the Philippines' victory in the case it filed against China amount to betrayal of public trust, which is an impeachable offense, is bereft of merit. Roque said he once sought for a Supreme Court remedy to stop Congress from holding impeachment proceedings against then Supreme Court Chief Justice Hilario Davide. The palace official also insisted that the Philippines never lost a territory to China during the Duterte administration, even if Filipino fisherfolk have consistently complained of the Chinese vessels driving them out or launching aggression to prevent them from fishing within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff General Cirilito Sobejana on Monday disclosed that the Philippine militaries, marines, and sailors are currently occupying 9 stations at the West Philippine Sea to assert the country's sovereignty and security within the region. Sobejana added that they will improve their security in the country's territorial waters by setting up CCTVs that would show real-time events on the situation at the West Philippine Sea. The AFP chief noted that there are 10 Navy ships from the Western Command to go around and protect the country's territorial waters in the West Philippine Sea. Sobejana said there are still Chinese ships, including militia vessels, within the Philippines' jurisdiction, but deferred further information to the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea. The Health Department on Monday urged a 14-day quarantine for those who went to a Caloocan resort that was found to be operational despite strict quarantine restrictions. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere pointed out that Metro Manila is still under modified enhanced community quarantine until May 14. Despite this, Caloocan authorities discovered that the Gubat sa Ciudad Resort was operational over the weekend and had attracted a large number of guests. The DOH Metro office has been ordered to strictly monitor the people who went to the resorts. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga parties may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan. Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
Hatch something big! The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life!
The Department of Health reported 6,846 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Monday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 1,108,826, even as 5 laboratories failed to submit data on time. The total brought the active cases to 59,897, where 93.7% are mild, 2.2% are asymptomatic, 1.7% are 1.3% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,030,367 after 8,193 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 18,562 with 90 fatalities recorded. Data from the DOH also showed that 61% of the country's intensive care unit beds are utilized, while 40% of the mechanical ventilators are in use. In other news, more than 500,000 of the 2 million additional doses of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine will go to Metro Manila, according to the country's pandemic epicenter, or according to the Department of Health. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres said Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and the highest number of doses from the latest AstraZeneca shipment. The Philippines has so far received over 7 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccines developed by AstraZeneca, Sinovac, and the Gamaleya Institute. Another 193,000 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech jabs are set to arrive on Monday night. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Monday announced that cloudy skies and scattered rains are expected over southern Luzon areas and the whole of Mindanao and Visayas on Monday evening, brought about by the Intertropical Convergence Zone. Pagasa Senior Weather Specialist Chris Perez said thunderstorms and heavy rainfall may persist over Mimaropa, Bicol region, Visayas, and Mindanao. He also advised residents there to be mindful of Pagasa's thunderstorms and rainfall. Perez meanwhile said Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will still experience hot weather, and it will continue as no low-pressure area is expected to enter the Philippine jurisdiction in the next 3 days. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing. You know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use. Mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
In business, Philippine share prices rebounded on Monday as the market awaits economic data scheduled to be released later this week. The local stock barometer gained 58.70 points or 0.94% to 6,317.41, while the broader all shares edged up by 29.28 points or 0.76% to 860.21. Monday's climb comes ahead of the release of local economic data this week, along with the corporate earnings coming out. The Philippine Statistics Authority is scheduled to report the first quarter gross domestic product on Tuesday, May 11. More than 2.051 billion shares valued at 4.571 billion pesos changed hands. Winners led losers 116 to 97 and 46 issues were unchanged. And the Philippine peso retreated against the US dollar on Monday, albeit still hovering around 4-year highs, a day before the Statistics Bureau releases data on the first quarter gross domestic product. The local currency closed Monday at 47.865 to a dollar. This is a centavo weaker than last Friday's finish of 47.855 to a dollar, the strongest in over 4 years since September 22, 2016's 47.83 to a dollar. The Philippine Statistics earlier on Monday reported a decline in the agriculture output for the first 3 months of the year, mainly due to the drop in hog production due to the African swine fever. Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation Chief Economist Michael Ricafort said the economy is still likely to have contracted in the first quarter given the higher base and the latest drop in the agricultural output. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarsito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.